Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the World Cup / Cornell's World Cup podcast show with yours sincerely, Cornell B. Before I go into the video, I'd like to say thank you very much to everyone that has subscribed, everyone that has liked and shared the video, and also has commented on the video as well too, and all the content that have been putting out. Obviously, most of the content has been World Cup, basically building up to the World Cup, because the World Cup starts tomorrow. And then, of course, obviously the opening ceremony is tomorrow, and the first game starts tomorrow, and then officially properly starts on Friday, going into the weekend. Obviously, the first game is Mexico versus South Africa, and then Canada's got to play as well on the Friday as well, and then Sunday obviously is Scotland versus Haiti as well. That's another game. I think that's going to be very, very interesting for the Scots and so on. But honestly, thank you to everybody that has liked and subscribed. Keep on watching the video, keep on watching the contents and everything else. So let's get into it. So England doesn't play until the next Wednesday on the 17th of June, which is gonna be a late game. Obviously, it's gonna be like 9 o'clock in the evening, and I'm like, well, why did they have to put it so late? But I clearly understand where they're going, where it is and things. Obviously it takes place in Dallas, Texas, to be honest. But honestly, we play against Croatia, and the questions have always been asked throughout this week: who does play in that 10 role? Does Bellingham keep his place? Because according to speculation and reports, that his place is under threat. And it could be. Especially with the emergence of Morgan Rogers. And honestly, if I was to say who starts alongside Rice and Anderson, I would be picking Jude Bellingham every single day. I know it's not maybe every game he doesn't play, but really, if we want positivity in that midfield, even though us England fans are not very happy with the picks that has been put out, that Thomas Tuchel has picked, because there's certain players that I think and other fans will probably think that should have been going to the World Cup squad. But as I said in a previous video, it was the same thing with Gareth Southgate, and we got to the final, but we still ended up bottling it. But this World Cup, honestly, I want England to go on and win it, despite the picks, despite that I'm not happy with who Thomas Tuchel's picked and so on. But I still want us to go all the way. And I've seen the potential route of where it could go to. So it's not going to be easy. It's going to be still tough, because there are some real good, tough underdog teams in there. And there's the big boys in there, obviously, like the France and the Argentina and the Spains and so on, and the Portugal as well. But I feel that we, England, can go all the way this year. And I feel we can really make something happen and end 60 years of hurt and really lift up that trophy in front of all the England fans. And I think the debate right now is, and the question is, who starts alongside Rice and Anderson? Do you start Bellingham? Do you start Morgan Rogers? For me, Bellingham has got to start in that midfield. You can't tell me that Jude Bellingham is going to be dropped to the bench. Questions are going to be asked about Saka, because Saka is still not 100%. He might not even play tonight when they play against Costa Rica. So all these type of things are going to be scratching Thomas Tuchel's head. Who plays alongside Rashford? Do you play Anthony Gordon on the right, even though he's a left winger? Or do you play Eze? Do you play Madueke? Who do you play on that side? Or does Thomas Tuchel go with, instead of having Rodgers playing as a 10, he could probably put Rodgers on the right and have Rodgers and Rashford playing alongside each other. Or he goes with Gordon and Rashford. He could do it either way. But either way, the questions are still going to be asked, especially with the fitness of Saka. If Saka's not 100%, I probably might feel that maybe Saka's going to play the next game, which will probably be against Ghana. But honestly, look, it opens the door for somebody else to step up. And this is the reason why I think, certain players who should have been picked on that right wing, especially like Bowen, should have been put in it, because I would have had Bowen and Rashford played on both sides. But honestly, it'll be interesting who plays alongside Rice and Anderson. If I was Thomas Tuchel, I would be playing Bellingham. If Saka's not 100%, right, then honestly for me, I would be playing Rodgers on that right hand side and still have Marcus Rashford. But if Anthony Gordon plays tonight and he impresses against Costa Rica, then you're thinking, well, hold on a second. Gordon has got to start on the left. But then there's no way of pushing out Marcus Rashford because Marcus Rashford looks so sharp than ever. And that's the thing about it. And that's the thing. When you're a manager or you're a head coach, you've got some very tough decisions to make. But honestly, I still believe that England can go all the way. I mean, honestly, the favourites are still going to be England, even though Thomas Tuchel thinks that we're not favourites to win the World Cup. I believe we can win the World Cup alongside the big guns like France and Argentina and Spain. Yeah, we all know they got better squad there, but there are some good underdog teams in there. But I'm looking forward to the World Cup. The World Cup is going to be amazing. But honestly, I would like to know what you guys think. Who should start in the 10? Should Morgan Rogers start in the 10? Or should Jude Bellingham start? And who starts on the right? If Saka is not fully fit, I'd like to hear what you guys think. Should Madueke start there? Should Eze start there? Or should Morgan Rogers start on the right and have Rogers and Rashford playing alongside each other? Or Anthony Gordon playing on that right-hand side? I'd love to hear what you guys think about it. Defensive-wise, honestly, Reece James starts. Mark Gay, Stones. When Stones is fully fit, honestly, I think Stones is going to be an absolute baller. We all know that Nico O'Reilly is going to be starting on that left-hand side. There's no debate about it. I would have said Jed Spence to start, but I think for me, we all know that O'Reilly's going to start there. We know Reece James is going to start on the right, even though he might play 2 games and probably be rested and probably have Tina Livervato playing on the right, or even Jed Spence playing as a right back, to be honest. But for me personally, I think especially that is the team that I'd be going with. But I think the biggest debate at the moment is who plays in the 10 and who plays in case Saka can't make it to the first game against Croatia. But I'd like to hear what you guys think about that and let me know in the comments. Make sure you subscribe, like, hype, everything about this video. Thank you very much for watching, and come on England. Let's go. Come on.